Your first literature circle will be cultural texts based in the Middle East. Each of these books offers a modern-day, unique perspective on life in a Mideastern city or town, ranging from Afghanistan to Iran to Israel/Jerusalem. I have found a short video to accompany each book talk so that you'll be able to choose the one that most interests you and have a good idea about what each is about. The first book, Habibi by Naomi Shihab Nye, is about a girl named Liana who's an Arab U.S. citizen who moves from the U.S. to Jerusalem with her family. She has to learn how to navigate the culture in Jerusalem, which is very divided between Arab and Jewish people. She meets a boy, but it gets complicated because he's Jewish and she's Arabic. The tensions between the two groups don't make sense to Liana, who has grown up in the U.S. This is a story of culture, conflict, and friendship. And here's a picture of Naomi Shihab Nye. And we're going to watch a quick video about Habibi.
حبيبي I love you I need you حبيبي غنيلي وخليني معاك حبيبي I love you I need you حبيبي ذوبني نار معاك أول مرة شفتك اتغير حالي إحساس غريب ما عرفت مالي إيدك حبيتك تكوني ليالي نعيش حياتي معاك وبالذات إحسان عواني لك تروح سلبتي كياني كلمة حبيبي خليت لساني يغني بكل اللغات يا حبيبي لا لا حرام عليك خليني وحدك يوم يمشي من عين النوم من خوف عليك حبيبي I love you I need you حبيبي غنيلي وخليني معاك حبيبي I love you I need you حبيبي ذوبني في نار معاك I play this game closer for the bread and butter. Yeah, they try to toast me. I'm married to the game, but the game don't love me. It'll leave me in a heartbeat. That's why I'm cold-blooded. When I say I love you, I mean it deeply. I can't see life without you living with me. And if you love someone, I know you feel me. When I say before they take you, they gonna have to kill me. I'm talking they gonna have the Army, Marine, Navy, SEAL me. Yeah, the world knows spit, but baby, you know the real me.
The next book is The Breadwinner by Deborah Ellis. It's a story about Parvana, who lives in Afghanistan during Taliban rule. Her father is arrested, and the only way for her family to survive is for Parvana to cut her hair, don the clothes of a boy, and go to the marketplace to sell goods and support her family. This story touches on Afghan culture during Taliban rule, roles of males and females, and one girl's determination to help her family survive.
When I was young Parwana, I knew what peace felt like. Stories remain in our hearts even when all else is gone.
Why is this girl not at home?
I need my daughter to help me.
She should cover herself properly.
Maybe you should stop looking at her.
Is there women present? Cover yourself now! That's the man. He's got forbidden books.
Where is he being taken?
To prison.
Hush, Parmona. It will be all right. hardly any food left.
Sorry, child. Get your father to buy food for you.
Girl, stop when I tell you.
Market sellers won't risk serving you. Do I look like a boy? It's me. See? You're breadwinner! Shasia? When you're a boy, you can go anywhere you like. Look what I've got. Can you believe the water is that blue? We can depend on you to keep us alive. Why? I provide for you just fine.
There is a war coming. Have you not heard? Gather your family.
I'm going to find Boba.
No, you're not.
I'm going. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Maybe if we think of it like a story, huh?
Is it a happy story or a sad story? Just wait and see.
The Secret Sky by Atia Abawi is a story about Afghanistan. It's a story about a conflict between two cultures. Fatima is a Hazara girl raised to be obedient and dutiful. Samula is a Pashtun boy raised to defend his tribal traditions. Love between the Hazaras and Pashtuns is forbidden, but Fatima and Samula fall in love anyway. Fatima and Samula must fight their families, their culture, and the Taliban in this Romeo and Juliet type story. This story is based on people the author, Atia Abawi, met while she worked as a journalist in Afghanistan.
Well, The Secret Sky is a love story based in a remote village in Afghanistan, and the two characters are actually from two different ethnic groups. And in remote villages in Afghanistan, that pretty much means they're from two different worlds. And the fact that they fall in love is a problem in their society. And not only is it a problem within their own families, but it's a problem with groups in their village, outside of their village, whether it be religious figures or even criminal figures that live in what is the tumultuous land that is called Afghanistan today.
And your final book choice is called If You Could Be Mine by Sarah Farazan. If You Could Be Mine explores Iranian culture and also Iran's laws regarding homosexuality. This novel tells the story of two girls, Sahar and Nasreen, who are best friends who share a secret love. When Nasreen's family arranges for her marriage to a doctor, it sends Sahar into a downward spiral. She doesn't know how to keep Nasreen and somehow not be killed for homosexual crimes. This story explores modern Iranian culture, homosexuality, and love. It is also a story of transformation as Nasreen and Sahar find their places in their respective worlds.
For me, growing up and feeling very sort of different, I imagined what it would be like if I, had been born there and raised there, and what that would be like for me. friends are and not, and then you can go back to your life. It was hard for me, but I think it's hard for a lot of people. No, I don't want any kid to ever feel like I'm less than or I'm strange or there's something wrong with me. All teenagers feel that way anyway, but I think if there's more literature that's like there's something wrong with you, I think that's important. At least there's something that says there are other stories to be told. There are other stories that people, gravitate towards, and I think it's important for, anyone who has a story that doesn't feel like it's been told, whether, whatever your ethnicity or sexual orientation or your gender identification. I think if those stories get told, it's very important.
So for this literature circle, you will read one book from the choices that were presented, either Habibi, If You Could Be Mine, The Breadwinner, or The Secret Sky. As you read, mark quotes that are significant to you. Collage reading consists of members of the group reading aloud quotes to each other, so when you come to class, you will be reading and sharing the quotes that you choose. And one person will read a quote, then someone else will come in with a quote, and the reading will continue. You need to come prepared with at least 10 important quotes from your novel. It could also be significant excerpts, so like up to a paragraph. And make sure that you bring your book with you to class on the day of the literature circle. All right, I look forward to hearing your discussions about your culture texts on the day of the literature study.